Hi guys, I'm Charlie, a Charlie Book Fanatic. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do a new releases video and I'm going to talk about 5 new releases in November I am excited for. The first 4 books I'm going to be talking about are all set to come out on November 1st, and the first book I'm going to be talking about is We Are Still Tornadoes by Michael Kuhn and Susan Mullen. This is a YA contemporary and it follows 2 best friends called Scott and Kath, and after high school they both go their own ways. Kath is going to college in another city and Scott is pursuing his musical career, and during their first year apart they send each other letters about everything that is going on in their lives. If they have problems, the only person they want to turn to is the other person. They are starting to think, should they be more than friends? Should they stay friends? They start to doubt their friendship. I think this sounds really interesting because I think a lot of people who are best friends for a long time start to doubt their friendship. Like they start to think, do I have feelings for this person? Because we have such a deep relationship, should we be more than friends, or should we just stay friends? Should we not complicate this? And I don't have a best friend like that, but I think there's a very interesting dynamic and I am really looking forward to reading this book. Like I said, it has already come out on November 1st. The second book is The Diabolic by S.J. Kincaid, and this is a YA science fiction book, and this follows a girl called Nemesis who is a humanoid teenager, and she's also a diabolic. I'm not exactly sure what a diabolic is, but in the synopsis it says, a diabolic is ruthless, a diabolic is powerful, a diabolic has a single task: kill in order to protect the person you have been created for. And Nemesis has been created to protect the senator's daughter called Sidonia. They have grown up together. When the Emperor learns that Sidonia's father is participating in a rebellion, Sidonia is sent off to become a hostage. And the only way for Nemesis to protect Sidonia is to become Sidonia. So Nemesis is sent off to become the hostage for the Emperor. Since I've been getting into science fiction more lately, this sounds really interesting to me. I don't think I've ever read about a humanoid character as well. And I think a kind of robot having to disguise herself as a senator's daughter and she has to give her life to protect this person. I think that is really interesting. The third book is Blood for Blood, the second book in the Wolf by Wolf series by Graudin. And if you have heard me talk about Wolf by Wolf, if you've been on this channel for a while, you know I absolutely loved Wolf by Wolf. Like, I've also read the novella after Wolf by Wolf, Iron to Iron, but wasn't really satisfied with that. I cannot wait for the second book to continue on and see what happens after the ending of Wolf by Wolf. Like, that ending was such a cliffhanger and I need to know how everything goes on from that point on and how all of these relationships are going to play out. Like, I need this book now. Wolf by Wolf follows the Axis Tour, and the Axis Tour is basically, well, it's an alternate retelling of history. If Hitler had won the war, and an Axis Tour is organized, which is basically an intercontinental motorcycle race. This girl called Yael has to pose as Adele, and normally women are not allowed to enter in the Axis Tour, but Adele had disguised herself as her brother Felix and has participated in the Axis Tour and won it. So Adele gets kidnapped. Yael disguises herself as Adele because she's a skin shifter. She can change into other people, and she meets Felix, who is Adele's brother, who is also participating in this race to protect his sister, at least the person who he thinks is his sister. And we also have Luca, who was kind of the romantic interest in Adele's life and has also participated the year before that when Adele won. That is what Wolf by Wolf is about, and I honestly cannot wait to see how it will all play out because these people were all so lovely. Then anthology called Invisible Planets by Ken Liu. This is Chinese science fiction in translation. So Chinese science fiction has been translated by Ken Liu, and I have never read Chinese science fiction before, and I am so excited. I've also never read anything by Ken Liu before. Ken Liu is normally also a science fiction author, and I'm very excited to delve into science fiction from another continent, another country. I don't know, I've just really been into science fiction, and I think this title sounded so interesting to me, even though I literally know nothing about it except for the fact that it's Chinese science fiction. And the last book I'm going to be talking about is coming out on November 29th, and it's Scythe by Neal Shusterman, the first book in the new Scythe series. In this world that is described in this book, there's only one way to die because all diseases have been eliminated if you are randomly killed by a reaper or a scythe. It's about two characters called Scythe and Rowan who have been selected to be Scythe's apprentices. Even though they want nothing to do with being a Scythe, they still have to learn their ways and become killers. But the thing is, only one of them will ultimately become a Scythe. And their first task will be to reap the loser. So these two friends have to kill, one of them has to kill the other one. That just got me. Like, this whole thing sounds so interesting, like having to become a Grim Reaper, basically, a Reaper, killing people, and these two teenagers becoming apprentices and having to kill the other one they've become close to, or just killing anyone, basically. Just makes me really sad, but also sounds really interesting. This is also a YA science fiction, by the way. Like 3 science fiction books in 1 new releases video. How great is that? These are all the new releases I am excited for in November. Let me know down below what new releases in November you are excited for, or if you are excited for any of the same books I am excited for. I would love to know. Thank you for watching. Goodbye!